Next up, Constant Craving in the red. Baton coming up in the orange cap. Sandpit comes forward in the blue sleeves. Alqueres in the gold. User Friendly second last. And Morphomatic the last one. Goes in, they're all set. He'll sent on their mile and 3/8 journey. Constant Craving in the red came out well, but now Sandpit is going to the lead, and there goes User Friendly. User Friendly now going to pick up the running. Morphomatic in the gold runs up to be a joint second, back to Joe Nose racing in fourth. Constant Craving has now settled down fifth, 8 lengths off the leaders who are going a fast pace for this distance. Then we come back to Alqueres, and inside of that is Baton. Top of the lane, and it's User Friendly. Decided to make them come and catch her. Now she's gone clear by a good 4.5, still at a good pace for this distance. Racing in second comes Morphomatic. On the inside of her is Sandpit. Then there's a gap of 4 back to Joe Nose. Baton down at the rail. Constant Craving is back second last, and the trailer is Alqueres. Past the stands first time round, and User Friendly is cleared off now to lead by 6 lengths. Sandpit is racing in second, and Morphomatic is third. Joe Nose is in fourth, then comes Baton and Constant Craving. Alqueres bringing up the rear, a good 12 off the leader. 3/4 of a mile to run. Still the mare, User Friendly. She's out clear by a good 4 lengths. Slowed them down a little though. Sandpit is now cutting into that lead in second. Then comes Morphomatic. Constant Craving in the red is on the outside of Joe Nose. They're only 6 off the leader now. 2.5 back to Baton and Alqueres. They run to the 5/8 pole, and User Friendly now is run up alongside Sandpit. Sandpit now going to kick on. User Friendly has to get the rein shaken to do at the rail. 3 back to Morphomatic, who's also been shaken up in third. Constant Craving, another one has to run in fourth. Then Joe Nose. Baton is 8 lengths off them, and Alqueres outside of him. 3/8 to run, and Sandpit is kicking on to home. User Friendly on the inside. Morphomatic third, then Constant Craving. Baton is still 7 off the leaders, and Joe Nose on the inside of him. At the top of the lane, and Sandpit is going to be tough. He's kicking on for home, full a run. And Sandpit gets the rein shake at him now, and he just widens to lead by 4 easy lengths. User Friendly's gone, Morphomatic and Constant Craving. But this one is Sandpit out on the lead, and you can put a ring around the 4. Sandpit is just breezing home, totally annihilates this field, wins it by 4.5. Morphomatic second, and User Friendly held on third. Regency's in, they're all set. Feel for the Oak Tree Invitational sent on their way. Cafe Milano was slow and lost 2 legs. As expected, Regency bounces out the gate and is sent straight to the lead. Regency leads by 2. Sandpit is racing up on the outside of Approach the Bench. Here's Grand Flotilla, close to the leaders today. Grand Flotilla is no more than 4 lengths off that leader. And then there's a gap of 7 back to Cafe Milano. They come into the top of the stretch first time round, and Alex Solis has a stranglehold on Regency here. He's trying to pull hard on the lead, but Alex Solis got him to slow down. The big white face of Sandpit is right there in second. On the inside of him, Approach the Bench. The grey Grand Flotilla been kept in behind horses, but that's going to be a problem because they're just cantering out here on the lead. They're going very slow. He's a good 6 back to Cafe Milano. Past the stands first time round, and Regency still tugging his way along. He leads them by just a length. Sandpit is nice and relaxed, got his long stride going right there in second. Down at the rail, Approach the Bench is third. And then comes Grand Flotilla. He's got no alternative but to just sit there and wait now. He's 3 lengths off them. And then there's still a gap of 6 back to the French bred Cafe Milano. 3/4 of a mile to go in the Oak Tree Invitational, and Regency gets the rein shaken at him just a little, and he goes clear by a length and a half. Sandpit is just loping along beautifully in second. In behind that comes Approach the Bench, and the red colours 3 lengths off them, and the grey Grand Flotilla has run up on the outside of him. 3.5 lengths separates these 4, and then there's a big gap of 7 back to Cafe Milano. No change in the order. They run past the half-mile pole, and Regency continues to lead, but Sandpit on a long rein, and he's just ambling along. He's breathing down that leader's neck now. Then there's 2 back to Approach the Bench, and Grand Flotilla's going to kick with his run on the outside. Cafe Milano never got involved today. 1/4 of a mile to go, and Sandpit still twitching his ears back and forth. Here comes Grand Flotilla to take him on, then Approach the Bench. Regency's gone at the top of the lane, and Sandpit kicks on for home, tackled by the grey Grand Flotilla, but Sandpit is still full of run, still being hand-ridden out here by Korinakatani. Grand Flotilla's in full flight to catch him on the outside. Sandpit digs deep, he finds more, and Sandpit keeping Grand Flotilla at bay, and a superb win from Sandpit over Grand Flotilla. Third was Approach the Bench, Cafe Milano, and the pacemaking Regency dropped. Put Chris Antley on #1 Blues Traveller. That entry going off at 7-2, the second choice. This is a good field of classified allowance horses. They're going to go 1 mile on the turf. Fans like the look here of the returning Sandpit, the Brazilian import who did so well last year. Sandpit bet down to the 4-5 favourite. And oh, what a goal. In the centre of the track, Sandpit began well and goes to the lead. Lord Childor now kicking through on the inside to lead them. On the outside is Bluegrass Prince and Blues Traveller right there with Electrify. Fumo de Londra taken back today is second last. They're going very slow early on, though. On the extreme outside is Devonay Monsieur, and Blaze O'Brien at the back. 7 lengths would cover the lot. They run to the 3/4 pole, and Lord Childor leads them by a length. Sandpit is racing right there in second. Then it's 3 back to Bluegrass Prince and Blues Traveller tucked in fourth. Electrify is fifth, and Fumo de Londra 8 lengths off the leaders. Another length to Blaze O'Brien, and Devonay Monsieur is last. They run to the half-mile pole, and Lord Childor is the leader. Sandpit a length back in second, then a gap of 3.5 to Blues Traveller, and Bluegrass Prince racing as a team. Electrify is back in fifth. Fumo de Londra is 9 off the leaders. Another 2.5 to Blaze O'Brien, and Devonay Monsieur is last. 3/8 to go, and Lord Childor leads them half a length. Sandpit right there in second. Blues Traveller third, and then Bluegrass Prince and Electrify. Fumo de Londra's far back, and Blaze O'Brien didn't fire today. They get to the top of the lane, Lord Childor, but Sandpit now putting in a huge run on his outside, and Sandpit comes to get the lead. Lord Childor trying to hang tough on his inside, but it's Sandpit now putting away Lord Childor, and Sandpit is back in style this afternoon. It's Sandpit and Cantasormo coming away to win it well. A very game Lord Childor's holding on second, and Blues... Last year's Oak Tree Invitational winners,